boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel. Fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol. Fa la 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 la. Away the old year passes, fa la 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 la. Hail the new year, lads and lasses, fa la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, fa la 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather, fa la 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 la.
Hello and welcome. Today is December 25th. And it's the last video of my advent calendar. Holy crap, quite a month. and yeah, there's no game today, and that is because I bought my advent calendar in Denmark, where we celebrate Christmas Eve and not Christmas Day on December 25th. So all our advent calendars go up to 24th. And it's the same with the beer advent calendar, but I still want to make a video today. So I'm gonna be ranking all the games that I got throughout here in December. And yeah, I found my own beer to drink. I found two actually. Like last year, I hate this beer, but I always drink at least one every year. It is a Christmas Vidøl, which is like a very low alcoholic beer, and I think it's something that is mostly used in Denmark, at least this type of low alcoholic beer. And it is annoyingly sweet. We eat it with a rice porridge, and yeah, it's something we allow the kids to drink. It has a very low alcohol percent, so. And I drank this as a kid, and I liked it as a kid, but as an adult, no, I don't really like it that much. So, of course, we are gonna have ourselves a little taste of nostalgia. Oh. I don't like this beer. I gotta be honest right away. This is too sweet for me. It's so sickeningly sweet. Not at all like how I would prefer beer, but since this is the last day, I didn't really want this to be my last and final beer. So I also brought out a Christmas beer that I love, and it is the Grimbergen Brasindi Noel. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. There we go. This is one of my favorite Christmas beers, and yeah, what can I say? It's a little tough to open. Oh, there we go. Nice smell. And I found out a proper glass. Now I don't want to burn myself on the light. There we go. See, this is a nice fucking beer. That's really good. It's nice fruity smell. It's still fresh despite it being so dark. It's kind of like cheaty a bit. Like it looks very dark, but it has like a very fresh like taste to it. So yeah, it still has a little bit of spice, I think. Yeah, just a brilliant beer. I love this thing. So yeah, but this is not just about the beers. This is also about the games, and I'm here to rank them today. And I gotta say, this year there was a lot of decent games. A lot of games that I already owned. So yeah, there's only one game I think was outright bad. And yeah, we're gonna get to that. And the ranking, don't take it too serious. I'm ranking it based on like a couple of factors, like how happy I was to get it and how much fun I had while playing it. So there are some games I know I love more that are gonna be ranked lower just because I already have it. So I'm not gonna be that happy to have it again. Also, if I like played a boring part of the game, say Skyrim for example, where I played the opening, it's gonna be ranked pretty low because I played the opening like a billion times. So yeah, it's all in good fun. Don't take the ranking serious. It's just my silly way of doing this. And let's start off with the very worst game, the one game that I thought was outright bad, and it was Scream Ride. And the reason why this was outright bad is just because it was so boring. As I said in the video, it felt like something that could be a free phone game or something like that, a cheap digital only game that should have been, I don't know, it should not, it should have been free almost. It feels so boring, and there was no really fun attention to it. Like, it felt more almost like a QTE racing game without racing. So yeah, I had absolutely no fun with this game. So that's why it's the lowest. The second lowest is Watch Dogs. This is also like just a boring game. Like, I didn't find the main character that interesting. We did like a stealth part there. I wasn't really into shooting or stuff like that. We're driving around and the driving mechanics are not that fun. Watch Dogs is just a boring game, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm also ranking this really low, also because I already own this on PS4, and getting a lesser version, I guess, of this is not really that great. So this is why I keep it so down, so low, I guess. Next one up is oh boy, I'm probably gonna get shot for this. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, a main staple of all first-person shooters. Again, I'm ranking this low because I'm not really that into like the whole realistic, modern shooters. Also, there's like a built-in copy of this. I already also have a remastered version for PS4, and yeah, a billion copies. You can get this thrown in your neck for like next to no money. So it was not really that great to get this game for my collection. So yeah, I'm sorry for all the Call of Duty fans. Next up is another shooting game, Battlefield 3. And yeah, it's pretty much the same problems I had with Call of Duty. I'm ranking this higher because I did like the opening with the train section, even though the fucking game took my shotgun away. I had that thing for like half a second and it took my shotgun away. And I'm still not over that. Not still all these days later, I'm still not over that shit. But yeah, the intro with the whole train scene seemed very interesting. And then we get into like the city, and it starts to go down from there. I would say I think the shooting felt better in Modern Warfare than it does in Battlefield 3. Still, I appreciate stuff like the opening or like storytelling a bit more than some mechanics. I know it sounds weird, but that's just how I placed it. Next up we have Grand Theft Auto 4. Again, I really don't like this game. The main character is kind of boring. His cousin is so freaking annoying. Again, we didn't really get to do anything fun while playing this. So again, I rank this low. This game, I don't know, it hasn't gotten any remasters yet, and it doesn't honestly it does not deserve one. So there's that, I think. But yeah, I don't really see the appeal in this game, so that's why I rank it so low. I feel like we need to weather whistle a bit. Such a great beer. Alright. I'm probably also gonna get shot for this one. Halo Reach is now. And again, same couple of problems. It's a shooter game. This one is more of a sci-fi shooter, which I prefer. It didn't feel that good, the shooting, if I'm being completely honest. I was a little lost. I was very lost with the story, and that's perhaps just because I'm not a Halo fan. If you played the other Halo games, you might know exactly what is going on. But I didn't. So yeah, I ranked this so low. Also, there's like a big opening part where nothing really happens. So that's also why I'm ranking this low. It could be like 10-15 minutes later, something really cool happens and the story opens up a bit more and you start to grow to like the characters a bit more. I just didn't feel it for the small part that I played, so yeah. Next up, talk about not having any clue about what the fuck is going on, and that is Final Fantasy 13 2. And still such a dumb title for a game. A sequel to Final Fantasy 13, and I've not played Final Fantasy 13, so I had no idea what was going on. Oh shit, I'm knocking over the light. I think maybe if you played the first Final Fantasy 13, you might have a clue what's going on. I was so freaking lost, and the combat is not that fun. It's kind of like this, I don't know why Final Fantasy just doesn't go back to the standard turn-based, because that's what I prefer. Yeah, you have to pick like several actions and have to get it up on the screen, and it just didn't feel that fun to me. It felt like you're watching a cutscene, and not really my thing. It was very epic, like there was like some big fights and a lot of shit going on, but yeah, it just falls flat again if I don't know what's going on, and everything else is just lagging a bit. So yeah, this is how I'm ranking this. Next up is a game that I've been told time and time again is really bad, and it's not good. I gotta say, it's not like good, but it's so interesting, and that is Alone in the Dark. Yes, I'm ranking this higher than GTA 4 and Halo Reach. It's a very cool game, at least for the part I play. It has some very cool mechanics, does some interesting things, and yeah, I was just really impressed with it. I know this is not a great game or anything like this. This is one of those games that will probably serve well with a remake or remaster where I try to fix some of the issues it has. Because, yeah, I feel like this was very innovative and tried to do a lot of things that was kind of uncommon at the time, but just fell flat a bit. But hey, I still have a very good time playing this, so that's why I ranked it this high. Okay, this is the sweet one. Let's have a sip again. It's like someone put caramel in my beer, and that's just not good. I don't like it. Alright, next game. This is probably gonna surprise some people. This is one of the games that I played the most of in my entire life. And yeah, it is Skyrim. I also consider one of my favorite games. I really love this game. The reason why I ranked this so low is because I already own it on both PS3, PS4, and now I have the updated version for PS5. So getting this on Xbox 360 was not something I was really looking for. Also, the part I played was the opening bit, which if you're a Skyrim fan, you probably played that part like a million times like me. And it's not that fun anymore after all those times. It gets more fun the further you get into it. So like, again, as I said, this is one of my favorite games, but I'm ranking this low because I was not that excited to get it, and I was not that excited to play the opening part for a million fucking times. So yeah, Skyrim, you're a beautiful game, great game. Gotta rank you a little low, unfortunately. Next one is Gears of War 2. And why Gears of War 2? I think this is one of people's like favorite Gears of War. Simply for the fact that when I was like ranking the game, I could not remember what I played in Gears of War 2. So that's why I ranked this lower than all the other Gears of Wars. And honestly, I'm not kidding or anything. I could not remember the opening part that I played of this game. So I was just like, it can't be that great. And yeah. Also ranking it low because it's one of those games that are a million copies of. You can get this one thrown in your neck for like next to no money, so not that great to get. But still, it's Gears of War. They're very fun action shooter games, so there's that. Next up is a game that I used to consider one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games, and it is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Again, the opening, not a whole lot of stuff happened. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I still got happy to get this. Assassin's Creed. What can you say? That's not been said about this franchise for like a million times. Fun to kill people. There are the ups and downs. If you've not played any of the Assassin's Creed games, I almost want to recommend that you start with like the fourth one, Black Flag, or maybe like start with there's the Ezio collection where we get like 2 and Brotherhood and. Another game called Revelation with it, where you play like the assassins called Ezio, and that's a great way to start with this. The first one you can kind of skip. It's very repetitive and not that fun today. It's aged poorly in my opinion. Like graphically, it still looks pretty good for its time, but mechanics-wise, it's just not that great anymore, and the missions get a bit repetitive. So skip to the second and Brotherhood and Revelation if you want to start out. Or if not, if you just want to play like the best game in the franchise, play Black Flag, where you're a pirate. That's like so fucking fun. Anyways, that's where I placed this one. Went on a little rant there. Alright, we are starting on the second pile, but before that, cheers friends. And the next one is the first like combo pack that I got. And it is the Batman and Pure game. And it was a little hard to like rank the combo packs because there are some games I like more or less. So yeah, I rank this whatever number we are at now. The Pure seemed like a very fun racing game. It was a little weird that I had to like build up my like my MTV or what? Or not MTV, ATV is that not what it's called? from the bottom up. It would, for me, like when I wanted to play, I just wanted to play, so it would be easier if I could just like pick like one that was already built instead of having to go through it. It's cool, you can do it, and I think a lot of people like might enjoy that. It's also kind of arcadey racing, so it's a pretty fun racing game. Lego Batman is a Lego game. What can I say? It's a Lego game. It's the Lego game that I played up the most of, so yeah. I don't know what else to say about this. Fun racing game, a Lego game. Nothing else to say. Next up, we have another game that I consider a favorite, but I'm placing it kind of low because I just got the remastered version, and it's Mass Effect 2. A great third-person shooter, sci-fi RPG, like an amazing game, one of the best in the franchise, if not the best in the franchise. A lot of people consider this the best. I also really like 3 and Andromeda. I haven't finished it, but I kind of like the mechanics of it. The story is a little boring, but anyways, enough about that rant. Mass Effect 2, great game. Play the Mass Effect games. Get the remastered version that was released earlier this year, where you get like Mass Effect 1, 2, 3, and play them. Such a great franchise. If you have not played any of these games, do it yourself a favor. The only reason why I'm ranking this so low is because, as I said, just got the remastered version, and yeah, so I wasn't that excited to get this for Xbox 360. But hey, great fucking game. If I had to like put this, it would probably be in like my top 20-30 games of all time. So there's that. Next up is another combo pack. It was Lego Indiana Jones and Kung Fu Panda. Lego Indiana Jones, it was another Lego game. What can I say? Kung Fu Panda was surprisingly fun. It's like a beat 'em up platformer kind of thing. Was there any platforming? It was a beat 'em up at least. And I had some fun with it. And I could imagine if I played this as a child, I would have loved this. Or at least liked it quite a lot and played through it quite a few times. As an adult, I can appreciate it for being something I would like back then, but it might not be the greatest thing ever. But I was still happy to get this little combo pack, so that's why I rank it so high. Next up is Mirror's Edge. There we go. And yeah, again, I don't know why I ranked this so high, because I do have it on PS3, but it looks good on the Xbox 360, and you know what? As I said, don't take this ranking too serious. It's a fun platform, I guess. It's the parkour game, run around the city top, and very cool. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about this. Mirror's Edge, very cool game. This is another game that is just like dumb fun, and it's Resident Evil 5. Oh my god, I can hear all the rage now. People like getting crazy about how I'm ranking this. Calm down, don't take this serious. Resident Evil 5. I just like this game for some reason. It's like dumb fun, and I had a good time by playing this. Cannot deny that. Like Resident Evil 5 and 6, say what you will about them, they can always get a laugh out of me and make me smile. And I don't hate like the gameplay style. This one, like the only problem with this one is that the AI partner is a little dumb, perhaps. Maybe not like awful. I've definitely seen worse. But it is annoying when they get killed and you lose because of that. So yeah, what can I say? Play this with a buddy if you have, and go easy on Resident Evil 5 and 6. They're just good old fun dumb shit. They're not scary, but then again, not a single Resident Evil game is scary in my opinion. Maybe 7 with an exception, but that's about it. At least it has some scary moments. But the original, people who go like crazy and say like the original trilogy was scary is like just wrong. I'm sorry to say so. Even for this time, you're wrong. At least in my opinion. And that is just my opinion. Next up is Gears of War. Dun dun dun. What can I say? I love this game. Again, you can get this thrown in your neck for next to no money. So one of the reasons why I ranked this so low. Fun third-person shooter, like the pinnacle of third-person shooters, I think, like cover-based third-person shooters. And yeah, you play as Marcus Phoenix, I think his name is, and his merry band of other cogs, not cogs, but cogs. You know, like in you know what I mean. And yeah, you fight the Locust, big mutated mutants or something, mutated mutants. Like if there were any other kinds of mutants. And yeah, super fun game. If you've not played the Gears of War games and like a cheap, good action game, play these. Like seriously, I mean, if you have like an Xbox One, or Xbox Series X, they recently got like updates. So I think they run like 60 frames per second. I think. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, definitely a franchise worth playing. Next up is Gears of War 3. And I ranked this so high because it actually started relatively quick with the action, and we wanted both, and I kind of like that. And it started with giving the shotgun, so there's plus points for that. Fun game. Again, as I said with the previous Gears of War, great third-person shooters. You know, when I'm sitting here, I'm always like doubting why I ranked it like this, because I ranked all these games yesterday, and now I'm just sitting here like, why did I put this so high? And it is Saints Row the Third. I mean, it is a fun game. I had a lot of fun playing this. Maybe that is why I ranked it so high. But I also own a remastered version of this, I think. Do I? I think I do. No, it's the fourth one. Doesn't matter. Saints Row the Third, fun game. Like, it's the fun version of GTA. I like the silly version of GTA. And Saints Row the Third, just so silly. Some people don't like this. Some people feel like this went too far with the silliness. But I felt like it was just proper. Some was also mad that they killed off, I guess spoiler, but it happens in like the first 10-20 minutes. They killed off a character called Gat, who was like a fan favorite from the first two games. I didn't really like him, if I'm being completely honest. I felt he was a little annoying. So I was happy with that as well. So yeah, Saints Row the Third, very fun game. Next up is Dragon Age 2. Again, why am I ranking this so high? It's definitely my least favorite Dragon Age game, but it's still very enjoyable. I do really like this, and it has some great story. The gameplay, I don't know, it's in the same vein as perhaps, do I want to say Diablo? Nah, maybe it's sort of like, it's a C RPG. So yeah, kinda. It just like it, and Dragon Age has such a fascinating world and story, and so if you want to play this, play it for like the story and the gameplay and stuff like that. But if you want to play Dragon Age, play them all. Like the first one, Dragon Age Origin, is so great, and Inquisition, while I don't like the story as much as say the first game, I appreciate the gameplay. It feels a little more like a hack and slash, at least at times if you play it with a controller, than more of a traditional CRPG, where these don't feel like so much like action kind of game, and there's that. Alright, here we have Grand Theft Auto 5. This is how you open a game. GTA 4, learn from this. I guess it's too late now. But what can I say? You open up with a bank heist, you have to get away from the cops, and then you get to the city and you play as Franklin. So this goes to call him Lincoln again, but that's not his name. Franklin. And GTA 5, one of the most sold games in the world, most played games in the world, and they keep on re-releasing this thing. Rockstar, start on GTA 6, or like show us some shit from GTA 6, and holy crap. But yeah, again, what can I say about GTA 5 that has not already been said by a million other peoples? This is how I rank. Alright, 3 more games, but before that, I think we should have a sip of this sweet mess. Alright, next up is BioShock Infinite, and this is the cool cover. I turned around so we could get the cool cover. BioShock Infinite. It's a BioShock game. BioShock is one of my favorite franchises. Infinite is, again, I started replaying a bit of this again after I played this part. I kind of like it. It used to be my least favorite, but I started to grow attached to it, like appreciate it a bit more than when I played it when it was released. And that is so cool. BioShock Infinite. Play the BioShock games. Play them in order, honestly. Like play all the BioShock games if you have not. The first one is probably the best in my opinion. And after replaying this a bit, I think I like this just as much, if not a little bit more than the second one. A lot of people like hate the second one. I don't think the second one deserves any hate at all. I also think it's like very, very good. And BioShock Infinite, also very good. Alright, second last game of the ranking. And it is the last game that I got. Red Dead Redemption. I'm ranking this so high because I had a lot of fun playing this game. I love this game. I played it so many times, or so many hours of it, just doing like random shooting. And yeah, what can I say? It's a cowboy game, one of the best Western cowboy games you can get. Perhaps with the exception of the sequel for this, which I haven't really gotten that far into because I find it a little overwhelming and I just don't have the time, if I'm being completely honest. Such a great game. I'm also ranking this so high because I'm really happy to get this for the Xbox, because I think you can get like I think this has been enhanced for playing on the Xbox One or the Xbox Series X. So it was cool to get it like this. Also, I think this looks better on the Xbox 360. Like usually I can see like a big difference between Xbox 360 and PS3 games. I think this one outright just looks better on the Xbox 360 than the PS3 version. So again, that's why I ranked this so high. And that is just playing this on the normal Xbox 360. Like I can't wait to like try this on my Xbox One, or if I get an Xbox Series X one day, like see if this looks way better still. But yeah, this is why I'm ranking this so high. Last game took me by surprise. I was like looking at the two last one, like Red Dead Redemption and the last one, and be like, which one do I like the most? And I know I like this one the most, Red Dead Redemption, but I was just so surprised by the first game, and that's just why it tipped up to the number one spot. And that is this Simpsons game. I like a good arcade. I don't own this game, and I'm not a Simpsons fan, so probably never will have bought this game unless I came across it super dirt cheap. And that's what I like about the Advent Calendar, getting a game that I probably wouldn't have bought, played it, found out it was surprisingly fun. This is some fun platformer beat 'em up where you play as all the Simpsons characters, and it actually made me kind of want to watch Simpsons, so I could like maybe get some of the references in this game. And really fun game. Even if you're not a Simpsons fan, you can get a lot of enjoyment out of the platforming. The humor, I don't know, it's not really my cup of tea, but the show could still be kind of entertaining, so I don't know what I'm ranting about. But yeah, I ranked this so high because I ranked this so high because, again, I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't own it, and I probably never have bought it if I hadn't gotten it like this. So yeah, this was my number one game. And definitely not my favorite game out of the stack, but it was my favorite game of the Advent Calendar. If that makes any sense. If it doesn't make any sense, calm down. It's not important. It's just a dumb video I'm making for YouTube. And this is it for this Advent Calendar series. Holy crap, this has been an interesting year. Like early in December, I got hit by a blizzard, which took me by surprise. I had to like leave my car somewhere stranded and walk a long way home in a blizzard, and that took some time from recording and editing, and it got me a little bit stressed, but I caught up on that. And then like last week I got in a car crash. That also took some time out of my time, but like going through stuff with my insurance company and mechanic and stuff like that, so I got a little more stressed again. Also, I'm a butcher. December is one of the busiest months of our life, so I've been a little stressed here the last couple of days, last couple of weeks perhaps. So if I seem a little tired in some of the videos, that's why, and I'm sorry for that. Also, if I didn't do that much of editing, also one of the reasons I was just too goddamn tired. And I'm so thankful for all of you people watching, and grateful for all the comments. I do read them all, even though I don't respond to them all. I do read them all, and I try to heart as many as possible, just to make sure that you know that I do read them. And thank you all for commenting and watching, and it has been so great to do this. And yeah, I don't think there's much else to say than if you've been sticking through the bad English, you're a real hero. Thanks for watching, and Merry Christmas.